everybody, what's going on? All right, so we had a change in plans. I'm down here at 5 Bar, and it turns out that this car here took a little longer to finish than they expected. Now, what's happening now is that this shop is expanding. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I've talked a lot about Joe and his shop and you know what he's all about, because the guy is a genius and he's got a bright future. And you can see them back there getting the trailer ready. My car is going to be put up on the trailer and we're going to be brought to the new shop. And if I can get a chance, I'm going to grab Dougie and we're going to talk about that. Let's see if we can do that. All right, we're bringing the car up onto the trailer and we're going to move it over to the new shop. Like I say, these guys are expanding. There's a lot going on. Well, she still runs. She still sounds pretty normal, but we got a cylinder, maybe a cylinder and a half. It ain't running right. These guys got a hold of the car and we're going to bring it over to the new shop.
It should. It looks like it'll clear.
All right, guys, there she goes. Off to the new shop. All right, guys, so I got a hold of Doug. He's a busy guy, but we got him. So, Doug, tell us what's going on with the shop.
Everything's moving a lot quicker. We kind of just said the heck with it and let's just get everything going, which is why your car is now going to the shop now to be the first build in our shop. The red GT500 over there, I don't know if you videoed it or not, but that was the hold up that kind of slowed everything down. Yeah. So, and then instead of mid-move with your motor tore apart, we're just going to take it over there and do everything at the new shop. So you'll be one of the first ones there. Okay. Should be a lot smoother and a lot easier.
All right, so now you're expanding. How big is this shop?
This one's 4,400 square feet with the office. The new shop we're going to is 9,600 square feet.
Wow. So you're doubling in size, really?
Yes.
Well,
I need it.
I can't say that it was unexpected, because from the first day that I came down here, I saw an operation that clearly was ready to expand. And it looks like you guys are ready to go. Yeah, it's been build after build after build, and it's taken too long because we don't have enough lifts. And we're going from 4 lifts to now we're starting with 8, and we have room for probably 12 to 15 lifts. All right, well, that sounds awesome. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to that new shop. Okay, so we're at the new shop. You can see some of it behind me. They're just getting geared up. They don't really have a lot here yet, but you can see some of the cars are here. This shop is a lot bigger than the other shop. And Dougie's not here, Joe's back there, but he's busy, so I can't bother him. But I'm just gonna take you around the shop, show you a couple things, and we'll see what this place is all about. All right, guys, this is really cool. Here we are in between the two buildings. Joe's shop is here to the left. That's a little loading dock, right? And then you come inside and you just see how big the place is. He's got 2 new lifts right there. There's Joe talking with one of his customers. Here's a lot of the stuff that came from the old shop. And here's one of the builds. Here's a car that Joe's working on. There's one of the Fox bodies. And we got a Terminator right here. Got another Cobra, another Terminator. There's Joe's 3-valve. This is his low 8-second, possibly 7-second car. And here's my car. And we've seen this Fox body. It's a gorgeous car, man. I don't know, man. I still have the itch to get one of these Fox bodies. All right, here's another look at the motor. There's not a lot of light in here because we're tucked all the way in the corner, but here's the motor. We're going to be putting this motor in the car very soon. All right, guys, so the build in the 2018 has been delayed just a little. We had it over at the old shop. We thought we could get it in onto the lift and have enough time to finish it before we move to the next shop. But the car in front of it took a little longer to finish, so we couldn't get my car in time to, start the build and finish it. It was likely that if we did start the build over there, we would bring the car over here in pieces and have to finish it here. I thought better of that. I didn't want to tear the car apart over there and bring everything over here in pieces, stuff like that. I thought it was best to just wait, let these guys get settled here in this shop, and then do the complete build right here. So it's probably going to take another week before we get started on this one. But this is not the only build I got going, guys. I got something else I'm working on, and I'm going to show you that now. Check it out. All right, guys, I did say that I was selling my house, and she's sold. In another couple of weeks, we'll be out of here. But we're building another house, and it's really cool. So I'm going to show you that. I'm just going to roll right into it. All right, guys, so here's the new house. We're really excited about this one. It looks a lot like the other house, but it's really very different. At this point, you can see walls are up, roof is on just about, and most of the framing is done inside. But I took a lot of video of what it took to get it to this point, so I'm going to bring it out now. Check it out. So there's a new location behind us. You can see the surveyor stakes are out there. You know, I'm going to try to take you guys through the construction process if I can. So let me turn the camera around. Let me show you the lot. All right, so here it is. This one right here represents the property line. It goes straight that way. You can't see the stake on the other end because it's kind of down low, and it's down by the water, so you can't see it. But you know, visualize a straight line in that direction. And then you come over here, and these stakes are the corner markers. Basically, these little guys right here. You see the stake with the, you know, the part of the stake with the flag on it. But this right here is actually the corner of the house. If you look over there, there's another one. You can see it right there, right? And then you see in the rear of the house the two stakes. So this is basically the footprint of the house. All right, so we're sort of at the back of the lot, looking back. You can see my Ford Escape back there. But if you guys remember, there was a point at one time where I was showing the sunsets at this location. It was that day that we decided to buy this place. And somewhere over there, I think, was a baby alligator. The alligators are here, man. You can't avoid that. But we'll certainly have other opportunities to see them. Here's what it looks like from the street. There's the car. This is where our driveway is going to be. You see right here, we're kind of walking up. And we're getting into the garage. It's going to be right here at about this point. There's the corner of the house there. There's the other corner of the house there. You can see the other two corners out in the back. And this is where we have the new place. Exciting. All right, so here's what it looks like today. You can see that the concrete guys have been here. They staked out the corners. They've dug the perimeter of the house. You can see it all the way around, and this is just the next phase of construction. By the time we get here next time, they'll set the forms all the way around and get it ready for the other trades to put in all their, everything that goes underground, plumbing and whatever electric goes under the slab. Yeah, I'll show it to you this way. You can see at this point, that's the perimeter line, that nail versus the nail on the other side. They'll string a line to that, establish the perimeter, and this one here is also the same thing, right? There's some of the line. They'll stretch that over to the other one. This is actually the garage floor. You can see that it's been graded to be recessed a little bit, and eventually that'll take shape. But then as you come around, you'll see the trenches are dug. Down here in Florida, there is no frost line, so they only go down something like a foot, maybe 20 inches around the perimeter. Up north, we call them haunches, But here, this is just standard construction. Here again, you can see they staked out the corners, and it's all trenched out. And they'll set their forms in here at some point and get it all ready for the next phase. You can see this little trench that's dug here. This is for the lanai. There'll be footing around the lanai. And here we come down to the next corner of the house, right? Corners are staked out. There's the trench. Back there you'll see Mrs. Coyote Car Guy. And this is just the beginning, guys. It's very exciting to see this. So we're standing in the back of the house, looking at basically the way it's been framed. You can see the plumbing's in, and it's been backfilled. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you some of this stuff. Well, here's a look at the view. This is the backyard. There's the sun getting ready to set. Really nice view we got from back here. And I'm standing on the lanai. You can see the framing. And right there, if you can see that, that is the all the plumbing for the master bathroom. And then here you got the shower and the tub. Over there is the laundry room, right? And looking this way, you can see this is the stack for the kitchen sink. Over there is another bathroom, and then that's the little drain for the AC. And then when you come over here, you can see the plumbing for the guest bathroom. And back there is one of the guest rooms, and then right about there is another guest room. And you can see the way it bumps in for the lanai right there. And there you have the beautiful view. As the house gets built, you'll see all of this take shape. It's really cool. This is what it looks like in the early stages of construction. Yep, there's the house. We stop in here every couple days to see progress. Really cool to see this happen. Okay, what you're looking at here is what the slab basically looks like just before they pour the concrete. The subgrade's been sort of leveled out, the plastic moisture barrier has been put down. Within the next couple of days, they should be pouring concrete, and we should have a concrete slab. Alright guys, so here's something that I want to show you. What you're looking at back there is a bunch of guys that are finishing the slab at a house. Earlier today, the concrete was poured, and it's starting to set up, and they're getting to the point where they're starting to finish the slab. So this is a really interesting part of the construction process. You get to see what the floor looks like before the walls go up or anything else like that. You get to see how these guys actually put the concrete down and finish it and get it ready to receive a tile surface. So let's go over there, take a look and see what those guys are doing. And here's a guy doing some of the kind of work that I used to do when I was younger, you know, in days past. You can see him, he's just sort of flattening out the cement, smoothing it out, getting it ready for a finer finish. And yeah, I mean, this is the kind of work I used to do. I'm very grateful I don't have to do it anymore. And it looks like these guys are doing a pretty good job. Oh, another thing I could say too is that one of the reasons why I'm driving an automatic car is because after years of doing stuff like that, it takes its toll on you. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, about 15 years I did this kind of work. And well, it's nice to watch somebody else doing it. This guy's doing a pretty good job. But after a while, it'll take its toll on you. Alright guys, so basically what you're looking at here is a guy running a finishing machine. That's basically the slab of the house. This is what it looks like when they're pouring the floor. And the concrete's been poured a couple of hours ago, and now it's starting to set up. You can see the guy there, he's got his finishing machine and he's just basically working it over the cement. The cement is still kind of loose. And basically what that machine does is it pushes the stones down and it brings the smooth concrete to the surface. And as the sun hits it and the concrete starts to harden, he goes over it and over it until he gets a nice, smooth, shiny finish. And that's basically how you polish a concrete floor. I did this kind of work for years back in the 80s. I'll show you here. Here's a picture of me doing exactly what that guy's doing. And that was a really cool thing to do back then. It was a lot of fun, and you know, I made a good buck doing it. But I gotta say, I'm glad I don't have to do that now. We got these guys to do it, and it looks like they're doing a pretty good job. All right guys, so here it is. Here's the slab. It's been poured. You could see all around the perimeter of the rebar that's coming up out of the slab. Those bars actually tie into the block wall. As the walls get built, they put the block in, they fill the block with concrete. It sets up around the steel and it holds it together. It's what they call CBS construction: concrete, block, and steel. Here's the garage floor. You can see there's the entry to the two-car garage, and here is the entry to the single-car garage. And it's all kind of moving along. You can see these lines. They cut these lines in the slab to allow for expansion and contraction. Hopefully, if the slab wants to crack, it'll crack in the line in the saw cut. That's roughly, I don't know, an inch, sometimes 2 inches, it depends. It's always not as deep as they say it is. Here's where the lanai is going to be, our covered patio, right in here. You guys will look at that, right? And back there is the sunset. This is one of the nicest things. Now, if you guys remember, it wasn't that long ago that I did a vlog back here showing you guys the Florida sunsets. Well, the truth of the matter is we bought the lot that day. We discovered it, we liked it, and we decided to buy it. But beautiful lake view, really nice piece of property. We couldn't turn it down. Yeah, check this out. This is a really cool point in the construction. The slab has been poured and the concrete block has been put up. You can see back there, right about there, the rebars are exposed, and they have to be inspected, and then they close up those holes and fill the walls with cement. Yeah, I'll go run it back and I'll show that to you. So here's something that I can show you that's pretty cool to look at. Remember those steel rods that were sticking up around the perimeter of the slab? Well, when they put the block up, right, when they're building the house, what they do is they leave openings right here, right? They expose the steel so that they can be seen. Yeah, you can see it there, right? You can see the steel rebar coming up through the block. And you can see they've tied longer pieces of steel to it. You can see, if you look real close, you can see they've tied. And basically what that is that they extended the steel rods throughout the wall. And what they do is they'll inspect these. The state inspector will come and inspect these tie beams, these rebars. You can see how they're tied together, right? There's a good look at one of them. And what that is it ties the entire block wall into the slab. And once they get an inspection on that, they actually come and they pump concrete from the top through the cavities of the block to fill the wall solid. And that's what they call concrete block and stucco construction. Neat stuff. You can see the whole house is still open for inspection right now. Probably do that in the next couple days, and they'll come and fill the block. All right, so this is an interesting point in the construction process. You can see the house, all the block is up. The hurricane straps, those are those little things that you see sticking up at the top of the block, all along the top of the wall there. And some of the lumber has been dropped. You can see that right there. There isn't much inside this house that's a bearing wall, but that's what that lumber is for, is to hold up any points inside the house where there's a bearing wall. There's some of the plywood for the roof. And back there, you see some of the trusses. That's the next thing that we can expect to see here, is that the crane comes along and a bunch of guys come out here and they just lift the trusses and they put them in place. And they lay them right across the top of the block. And then the next thing you know, they start sheathing the roof. You can see the house in the distance right there. That's probably about a month ahead of this one. And you know, the trusses have been put on, the roof is up, and it looks like they're just getting ready to put the shingles on the roof. And you'll see that happening with my house at some point, probably not long from now. It won't be maybe for another couple of weeks, but pretty soon there'll be a roof on the house, and they'll be putting shingles on the roof. So yeah, it's exciting. You know, we watch the house getting built. It's really cool. All right, guys, here we have the alligator again in the lake. Look at him. He's actually gotten a little bigger since the last time we've seen him. Look at him go. Now our house is being built over there. You can see my car. That's where our house is being built. Here, these houses are not built yet. And this is the lake across the street. And there's the alligator right there. Don't get too close. He's gonna bite you. Look at this, guys. I was here yesterday and the trusses were laying on the ground. I don't know, it's probably about 1 o'clock the next day. The trusses have been swung up there, put in place, and they're almost 100% putting the sheeting on. And in another couple of hours, all of the plywood is going to be up on the roof, and the roof will be ready to receive some roofing felt, and they'll start on the roof. It won't be long until my house looks like that one back there. See that one right there? Yeah, I mean, things happen fast around here. It won't be long. The house is coming along really nice. All right, so now I'm going to bring you inside and show you what it looks like. Let's go take a look. Okay, so this is just prior to the driveway being installed. Here's the new setup. That side there is going to be for Mrs. Coyote Car Guy, and this side here is going to be where the S550 is going to be parked. And it's nice to have all of this space. Actually, this garage is a little smaller than the other one. This one's 28 feet in width, and the other one was 30 feet. But the house is much nicer than the other one, so I think we can get past that. You see the electric panel there. Here's some of the plumbing for the hot water heater, right? Some of the other things. Get a look at what it looks like here. Some of the AC ducts has gone in. As we walk in to the kitchen, here to the left is the laundry room. You see all the plumbing, all kinds of fun stuff. This is a little dinette area right here with a nice window letting light in. And here's where the kitchen is going to be. This is a little pantry. Here's where some kitchen cabinets are going to go. You can see they put blocking in the wall so that they can mount the kitchen cabinets. You can see it all around in the kitchen, right? Really kind of cool to see what things look like at this point. And this area here is a formal dining room. It's a nice big space, nice double window. And here's the front door. You can kind of come in that way. And then this is a guest suite right here. You just sort of come in and you can see through the walls, and there's the bathroom. You come in here, there's a closet to the right. And then here's the entry to the bathroom. You come in here this way, you see the tub, see all the plumbing. And then here's a little room, which is a really nice little space with a window. So as we come out of here, come back into the main area of the house, and you go this way, and there's what we call the lanai door. I just want to point out that room right there is where the HVAC, that's where the air conditioning goes. All right, so we'll walk to the lanai door and we'll look outside. Now you can see a beautiful lake. This is a little bit of a better view than we had at the other house. And all of these shrubs, all of this other stuff, that actually is going to get cut down. They're going to actually bulldoze this area and sort of taper that down to the lake to give you a little bit better view of the lake. Okay, so now here to the right is another guest suite. So if you go straight in, there's another bathroom right here. You see the tub, you see the area for the double sinks, right? Go to the right, there's another little room, little closet right here, a little bedroom right there. And then you come this way, walk through a little hallway, got a little closet there, and another bedroom with a nice window. Really cool. You come back out into the living room, and this is the master suite. A little bit of a bigger room. You know, this is not an estate house. They call this a manor home, so it's somewhere in between. It's not exactly an estate home, but it's not exactly a single family home. They call it a manor home. It's a very nice little package. So you come into the master bath, as you see here on the left, a very big closet. Little linen closet to the right. You come in here, there's the shower, there's the tub, there's the plumbing for the two sinks, a nice window in the bathroom, that's a nice feature, and a separate, what we call water closet. And then you come out here and you see we're in the master bedroom again, and a nice window looking out to the view. And this is what we'll see from the master bedroom. We're waiting to, at some point we're going to see those shrubs be taken down because they've grown there for the past 10 years. This is one of those communities that lay dormant for a long time, so that's the amount of growth that you get over 10 years. And that's basically a tour of the house without any of the walls up. You can see most of the electric, you can see a lot of the HVAC. A lot of times I make modifications to the HVAC because I like to add cooling to some rooms. I like to be able to shut it off when I don't want it, and so on. So, you could always get up into the attic and check out those kinds of things and make some changes when you want to. One of the benefits of a single family home. Yeah, so there you have it, guys. The interior of my new home. Framing's been done, most of the mechanicals are in. we're really excited. Here's something I can show you too. I showed you at one point the exposed rebar in those holes. Right now that the inspection's been done, they've actually filled that with concrete, but the whole wall has been filled with cement. And basically what they do, through the cavity to block, they pump cement in from the top and they fill the entire wall. And you see this little spot right here, right? That's a hole that they drilled, and you can see that the cement was squeezing out that hole. That's how they know that they filled the wall. And then they just move on from one section to the other as they fill the wall. So the wall is completely filled with cement, rebar. Everywhere you see one of those black dots is where the rebars were. This is how they keep track of what they're doing. Yep, it's amazing, man. These guys know what they're doing. Well, there she is, guys. The house is about half built. This is a really cool point in the construction that you can get inside and look at your house. You can see everything inside before the walls go up, so it's really cool. Here, let me show you around. You can see there's lots of houses being built in here. You can see right there's some empty lots. You know, some of the others, my house. There's some other houses going up. You can see in the distance there's a whole bunch of them. And you can see that one behind me, that one's almost done. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. But we're really excited. It's a nice house. It's a lot bigger than the other one. And I'll be, you know, in the inside there taking video of more, you know, as we get the sheetrock up and get all of the finishes in. So I'm really looking forward to bringing that to you guys also. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.